This is Curtis Rogers with the South Carolina State Library, and I'm going to provide you with a brief training session on how to enter your public library's annual data using Bibliostat Collect online reporting tool. First off, you need to go to collect.informata.com, and you must be using the Internet Explorer browser. The system only operates with the Internet Explorer browser. Also, you need to have your pop-up blocker turned off because Bibliostat Collect operates in multiple windows. There are a couple of ways you can turn off your pop-up blocker. You can go up to Tools, and then under Pop-up Blocker, click on Turn Off Pop-up Blocker. Mine is currently turned off, so you see the opposite here. Or on the actual entry screen, when you type in your username and password, press the Control button while you're actually clicking on the Login button, and this can disable your pop-up blocker. I'm going to go ahead and log in using the ABBE Regional Library Systems login. And one thing to note, it really doesn't matter about case here. So your upper or lower case should not be sensitive in this login process. Okay, so when you have logged in, you'll begin by seeing all of the documentation for using Bibliostat Collect, and you can click here for a printable version of this page. You have information about login, information about the main page, which explains what going to home or clicking on survey and status and printing and logging out does for you. And I will mention that clicking on logout is much better than clicking on the X in the upper right hand corner, because when you click on logout, that will actually save your data. So it's one more way to save everything that you've put in. Also, this explains the survey section elements, and you'll notice for each data element you will have a link to the instructions, and then you'll also have the text box to enter in information, a little green flag that allows you to flag information for later review, and a notepad option that allows you to type in an annotation about that specific element. If you scroll down, you'll see more information about edit checks, viewing the status of your report, printing reports, saving your survey data, final steps to submit your completed data, and I highly recommend that you look through these. And you will want to click on your Submit Survey button, and that will find whether or not there are any errors in your data as compared to last year's information, and also compared to the FSCS Public Library Survey data. And then just some basic information on troubleshooting. Also over here on the left is your Survey Navigator, and if I click on the instructions link, you'll notice that you have two options. You can click to view a printable version of the instructions and click to view a printable version of the survey itself. So if you wanted to print either one of those or both out, you certainly can from the instructions link. Next, I want to just show an example of submitting or actually entering information. For instance, item F1, number of library collections added. If I click on this link, this gives me information and instructions on that specific data element, and then I can just enter the number right here, and if I want, I can flag this for further review, or I can click on the little note to pull up the little yellow sticky notepad, and I can type in an annotation at this point. I'm going to clear this and turn off the flag before I move forward. Also, on the status and printing, you have different views that you can view all of the information that you've entered. You can view all unanswered questions, all required unanswered questions, all flagged questions. So if you clicked on the little green flag, all of those flagged questions will come up when you click on that. And also you can view the edit checks for review. When you view the edit checks for review, each entry will actually pop up with little specific instructions. I'm going to click back on Status and Printing, and you'll notice you have a different option for printing your survey. You can print with current year data only, without data, or with current year and last year's data. And this is probably the most used option right here. When you do this, you can show this as a PDF report or as a web report, whatever you choose. Also, there is a help screen, so at any point you have technical questions that you need specific help for, you can call 1-866-785-9935, and someone at Bibliostat Collect will be happy to help you. Again, if you click on Log Out, that will save all of your data. So I'd like to thank you for taking time to watch this brief training video, and if you have any questions, certainly feel free to contact me, Curtis Rogers, at the State Library. There's my office number and fax number and email, and you can also instant message me, and it's Curtis Rogers with no E. Thank you.